Hello everyone, TMMgamer here, bringing you my analysis of the recent Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops trailer. Now I understand a few people have done this already, so I'm going to try and make mine as detailed and as complete as possible. Hope you enjoy the video. Right, the first part to analyse is this text box here. Now if you want to read it, you can pause the video here, but what I'm going to do is give you a brief overview of what it says. It's basically an overview of what we know before. Survival mode is going to be a two-man game against infinitely respawning enemies that slowly get harder and harder until you die. It's pretty standard fare, pretty similar to zombies, and let's move on to the more interesting stuff. Right, as the video pauses here, this is probably one of the most interesting parts of the trailer so far. As you can see, the M16 is back in Call of Duty and it's a 3-burst weapon, which is fantastic news. However, the most important part of this map is the 3 indicators you see on the screen. The fighter jet on the left, the pistol to the bottom left, and the grenade indicator on the right. Now, these are the 3 different armories that you'll find in Spec Ops, and the trailer will show what you're going to find in these armories a little later on, so let's continue with the video. Now, as you can see here, the Spec Ops armories take the form of care packages on the floor of the map. Now, this is slightly different to the Nazi zombie mode that we all know and love from World at War and Black Ops. As you know, in that you had to go up to the wall to buy weapons off the wall, or one random box location. This is slightly different. It appears that this care package doesn't move throughout the entire map, so you have to keep on coming back to this point. Now, this leads to some interesting tactical battles when you're desperately trying to refill your weapon, get some new kill streaks in, while your teammate covers you. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting part of the game. But most importantly is the content, what's inside these care packages, and we'll find out a little bit more about that later on in the video, so keep watching.
Team, ground forces cannot get to the LZ. It's just the 2 of you from here on out.
Did you catch that little bit of the video then? If you didn't, rewind, listen to it again. It's very, very important. What the guy says is that the landing forces cannot get to you, it's just you 2 from here on in. Now that is a very, very important thing. As you all know, you can play Nazi zombies with 4 people, 3 people, 2 people, 1 person, however many you want, but it looks like Spec Ops is just going to be limited to 2 people. Now, this isn't perhaps as good as Nazi zombies, but I think Infinity Ward really wanted to focus on that 2 men against the world sort of thing, helping out your brother, that little army of 2 sort of mentality. So, admittedly, it's a little bit different to zombies, but hopefully it'll be just as good. Let's continue with the video. Now, as I pause the video here, you can see as the guy reloads his Model 1887 that 3 perks have appeared on the right hand side. Now these are Extreme Conditioning, Sit Rep and Steady Aim. Now if I was to take a wild guess, I was going to say that these perks are highly likely to be in the final version of multiplayer, so we get a nice early taste of what perks we can expect in the final version of the game. However, that is not the most important bit of the screen. If you look to the bottom left, you see the 2 sort of sliders have gone to Headshot and Rampage. Now at the start of the video, these were Kill Streak and Headshot. So what this shows is that the bigger the Rampage you go on, the bigger the streak you go on, your objectives and your point system changes a little. So this is quite interesting. So it shows that it's a dynamic battlefield. It's not just the one slider you're battling to fill all the time like there is in multiplayer, that rank up slider. There's a lot of different challenges, a lot of different things you have to do in Spec Ops to get those unlocks, and I think that is a good tactical depth that perhaps you weren't expecting to see in Spec Ops, but I think it's a very, very refreshing change. And anyway, let's continue on. Now as the video pauses here, you get to see for the first time what you can buy from these armory blocks. Now as you can see, the top one is refill bullet ammo, but there is weapons confirmed here as well. The Model 1887, the USAS 12, the M16, the AK-47 and the ACR are all confirmed back in Spec Ops. Whether or not these will be in multiplayer is still to be seen. As you know, the Dragunov was in Spec Ops and in the campaign of Modern Warfare 2, but wasn't in multiplayer. So whether these are in multiplayer or not, still up for debate. But it's good to see that these quite common weapons, quite well-known weapons, are back in the game. Let's continue on.
Weapons armory is online. Ammo and weapons upgrades are available. Equipment armory.
Now, as you heard briefly there, this is the equipment armory. As you can see, it's got all the usual C4 claymores, flashbangs, frag grenades. It's also got the sentry turret, called here the auto turret, which makes a return from previous Call of Duties. However, it does have a new addition, the auto grenade launcher. Now, I'm really hoping this is in multiplayer. It'll make a fantastic kill streak for defending objectives, especially B domination. Also, the last bit on this list that we can see that isn't classified is Last Stand. Now, I know what you're thinking. Last Stand is a terrible perk. It's a really bad idea. I have no idea why it's in Call of Duty at all. But in Spec Ops, it does find a pretty useful home, because if you didn't have it, as soon as one of your teammates died, he'd just hit the deck, die, and that'd just be you on your own for as long as you can last. And if you have Last Stand in, it gives you an opportunity to revive your teammates. So although it is imperative, in my opinion, that this isn't in multiplayer, it's perfectly acceptable to have it in Second Chance. Right, let's continue on.
Online, you now have access to explosives and armor upgrades. Air support armory now online.
As you heard there, this is the air support armory where all the interesting explosives and kill streaks are. Now, as you can see, the Predator missile makes a welcome return from Modern Warfare 2, but there are 2 new kill streaks. The Delta Squad is, if you don't know, Delta Force are a major US Special Forces group, and you see later in the video some friendly Delta Force operatives fast roping down to the battlefield to give you some support. But the Riot Shield Squad is the one that we're really looking forward to here. It is going to be absolutely awesome to see 6 or 7 guys on your side with riot shields running around, kicking people in the head, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works. So let's push on.
Close air support is available for tasking. Enemy attack dogs near your position. Be advised, they are carrying explosives.
Wow, did you guys just see that? First of all, we saw the AC-130 make a welcome return there, giving you some fire support, but did you just see that attack dog explode? That has to be the coolest kill streak I have seen in Modern Warfare, or any Call of Duty for that matter. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, exploding attack dogs, what a load of rubbish, that never happened. It's actually happened before. In World War II, the Russian army trained dogs to run under German tanks. They put food under replica tanks, put a mine to the back of the attack dog and trained them to run into tanks to blow it up. But unfortunately, they trained on Russian tanks, so the attack dogs ended up running under their own tanks and blowing it up. So hopefully these attack dogs are a little bit more effective than those. Anyway, it's a fantastic idea, a fantastic kill streak, and it'll make those annoying dogs even more annoying, especially if you get a kill streak like that in multiplayer.
Team, chemical agents have been detected in your area. Be advised, heavily armored ground forces are being deployed by the enemy.
Well, we saw there the return of Juggernauts. Now, Robert Bowling has tweeted in the past that there will be multiple types of Juggernaut, each with their own specific strengths and weaknesses. And we also saw the return of the Riot Shield working pretty much as it did in Modern Warfare 2. So as it absorbs more fire, it gets harder and harder to see, and in the end it becomes practically useless. But you think the trailer's over here, but as per usual, whenever Infinity would release a trailer, there is always a little Easter egg right at the end, and I'm going to show you that now. Now, as the video pauses here, there are several important things we need to have a look at. The first thing is right in the centre of the screen, Juggernaut 14 point streak. Now, point streak suggests that you can gain points towards your kill streak by capturing objectives, not just through getting kills, and that will really help the objective-based player. In the top left of the screen, you can see the minimap is a lot more detailed than it was before. Before it was just a basic outline, now it is quite a detailed cityscape. If you notice, the weapon that the guy we are watching switched out to is a machine pistol, so that looks like and seems to suggest that Modern Warfare 3 is bringing back shotgun and machine pistol secondary weapons. And also, if you have a quick look down the right, scroll back the video if you didn't quite pick it up, but it looks like when the player gains his final point streak, it gives you the option to cycle between the ones he gained already. Now, if that is true, it will mean fantastic options when to choose your kill streaks, because a lot of time you'll get your Blackbird and get your chopper gunner right on top, and you want to call your Blackbird in to help you get your dogs, but you can't. You're forced to call in your chopper gunner before you can access that Blackbird. So this change, while small and subtle, will give a lot more tactical flexibility to players. That's the end of the analysis, guys. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment and subscribe as always, and I'm going to bring you plenty more Modern Warfare 3 reviews and analysis whenever the trailers come out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.
Multiplayer world premiere at Call of Duty X